Nerd alert! Nerds! Nerd! Nerd!
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the shit show.
Pathetic. All of you, completely pathetic.
That's us, right?
Yeah. So how's Ian today?
Oh, I bees. I do's. Keeping on.
That's good. It's good. It's good.
Existing. Which I guess is better than the alternative,
Is it?
right? Well, that's the question, is it?
I mean, if you go by the Schrodinger philosophy, then yes and no. Right?
Right. Is it better, or is it just something we're doing in between not existing?
Right. This will get an abstract. So,
Live and then you die. That's it. Those are the two truths of life.
anyway,
That and taxes, right?
what, death and taxes?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. That's why. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Dre said all I fear is God and the IRS.
Yeah. Oh man. So what's going on with you, dude?
Well, hold on, let me close this window real quick. Well, I don't know if you paid attention to when I sent you random messages during the week, but
Oh yeah, your phone thingy.
yeah, I finally got tired of not having the new hotness. I went ahead and said screw it and ordered a new phone.
So did you are you cheating, or are you sticking to your Pixel?
Oh, I'm not doing another Pixel.
No more Pixel. What did you get then?
I ordered the OnePlus 7 Pro.
Ah, isn't that Linus's driver?
Well, he did say it was the fastest phone he's ever used from Android.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, yeah. Well, because I considered, like, all the videos and, pictures that you've seen, and it's got the wraparound glass, it's all screen, or the pop-up camera for selfies, which I don't even really care because I don't take selfies. But the whole thing was, well, no, I said I'll wait and see what Google's going to do with the next generation Pixel, right?
Right.
Nah, they're going to have a fucking notch, so I'm not even going to, no.
Well, who was it that wasn't there a phone that was doing 4K now?
I
Like
guess.
the screen?
I don't know. Sure. I don't know who, but
Man, I could only imagine how hard that shit would be reading if it went to like the minimum text size.
right. I mean, even with the phone I got, you can up the size of the icons and shit.
Yeah. But some of the games, this like games and apps decide to be rebels, and they're like, no, we're making our own sizes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Um, so you went with that. That's pretty cool. Are you? Uh, does your did your contract was that up? You were like able to get a new phone, huh?
Well, I was eligible for an upgrade months ago. My wife had asked me, "Do you want to get the?" At that time, it wasn't even the Pixel 3a. It was the Pixel 3 was the newest hotness, and I, being the tech dude that I am, I watched all the reviews, and everyone's like, "It's buggy as shit," and I'm like, "Nah, I don't want that. I'll wait." So she's like, "Okay, don't." I won't make you get one. You just get whatever. I'm like, okay. So I, waited and trying to find a good picture. The the OnePlus 7 Pro is damn near perfect. I mean, it's got because I was going to go with the Vivo at first, or whatever the hell they had the first pop-up camera, but it, this has a better resolution and looks a lot sexier. It's got those rounded edges, which can be a positive or a detriment. A lot of people didn't like it on the old Samsung devices had the rounded edges. But even compared to like the S10 or whatever from Samsung, this phone's bigger. So,
Sweet.
yeah, yeah. Let me pull up the specs real quick and tell you the actual screen resolution, which is what made me kind of one of the things that made me kind of go. I was reading all this. Yeah, AMOLED Quad HD display. The version I got has got 12 gigs of RAM, which for a phone, I mean, that's not bad.
Damn, that's crazy, man. That a phone can have that much. I mean, most people still have like 8 to 16 gigs just on their desktop, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, 8 is all you need for gaming. This is well, see, it's got a 90 hertz screen that you can use for gaming. So,
Gaming.
Yes.
Gamers.
Mhm.
Games. 256 gaming bytes.
So, 6.67 inches is how big the screen is. 1440 by 3120. Got Gorilla Glass 5 and does HDR 10 plus. So, yeah, and it's got 3 cameras on the back, which like give you a 3x optical zoom, which is better than its software zoom.
Right.
And the only things that it doesn't have that I wanted, it doesn't have wireless charging, which I can live with that because it's got a warp charge, which is like 30 amp or whatever the hell it is, something stupid. It's got
I wonder if anybody will use that, like that vampire charging you could do with some phones now, where
like
you
what?
could charge off other phones.
Yeah, I mean, people do, but I mean,
It's like, hey, bro, I'll take some of mine.
right now, like OnePlus has never been really good for like their camera. Like people are going,
I'll juice you up.
they're like, it's not why you get the phone, and like now they're like, it's not bad. It's getting better, like because some people even ported over the Pixel camera to it, and it looks better with the Pixel software with the hardware of the OnePlus camera. So, I mean, and they pushed out like 3 updates since I've ordered it that focus a lot on the camera. So, I'm just looking forward to getting the goddamn thing. Plus, it's 256 gig of storage because it's not expandable. Can't put a SD card in there. So I said, well, I might as well.
256 gaming bytes.
Yes. But here it is next to the previous generation. As you can see, there's no notch, curved glass, very minimal bezels. I mean, Dope
That
AF.
bezel dough.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a chin at the bottom, just a little bit, but
A little bit of a clef.
yeah. So I figure I'm all right.
Alright.
I just gotta wait. It says it's shipping on the 11th, so I should get it the 14th or before that.
And
So,
what's the color supposed to be?
Nebula Blue.
That's what I got. When I chose mine, I wanted to get the black, but that wasn't available in the United States at the time. It was too new, and
Well,
it
this
was
is
either blue or purple. Like,
Well, this
it's
is
purple.
an unlocked phone, so I can put my SIM in, and then I gotta call Verizon and tell them, hey, dude, give me CDMA less because it'll work on LTE, which is what they're switching to anyway. So,
So you didn't want to have to deal with their plan bullshit. You went out and bought it from like Amazon or some shit.
I bought it from OnePlus.
Uh,
They sell it on their website.
what made you decide to do that instead of having like a monthly type of plan?
We don't do monthly bullshit here. We if we can, we get it on, pay it off. You get screwed when you, like, my Pixel I got through it's supposed to be on sale at Verizon, and the way that they worded it, I thought it was going to literally be half price. I just got done paying the fucking thing off. So I feel like I paid more, but I didn't have any receipts saying here's the sale price, because all I got was an order submission thing saying that it was ordered. And I'm like, well, that doesn't tell me how fucking much it was. God damn it. So I'd rather just do this and buy the fucking thing.
Right.
But
So
anyway.
how does that work? Is that you just pay for your data then from your phone provider?
I just put my chip in and use it like I had been.
Right, but you got to pay for data usage, right?
I mean, yeah, just like you would with your phone before. I mean, I was eligible for an upgrade. You're allowed to bring your own phone to Verizon. It's like bring your own phone.
Right. Well, when they say you're eligible for an upgrade, that means like you're in like you can't switch phones even if you pay for the whole phone.
I don't see why they wouldn't let you do it. They want your service. A line is only $10 a month if you just have a line. Then whatever data, like we're on a family plan, so we have shared data. Well, I've actually, like, she lowered our data because we weren't even using the plan we're on now. We weren't even hitting it, and we were at like twice that. And I was like, okay, go ahead and cut it, because we use Wi-Fi everywhere it's available.
Right.
So, but anyway, so I got a question, dog.
I don't care what I've been up to. I see how it is.
I asked you what you've been up to when you came on, and you said keep on keeping on kicking wing. That's what you said.
Oh, those were intros. Those weren't what you've been up to.
What you been up to, Ian?
Nothing. Just got my hair cut.
Oh, I was gonna say it looks closer on the sides.
Yeah, I got my ears lowered. Ears lowered and shit. See? But yeah, I was supposed to be having Nate on, but I guess he bailed on me, and because he said he had watched his parents' dogs or something tonight.
Aww.
And I asked him, "Well, did you want to do the show from your phone or whatever? And you could even have your camera off then." And then he just never got back to me.
He said, "Nah, hell no." He doesn't. He probably has tape over his phone on the camera on his phone. Zuckerberg or something.
Yeah, he's one of those type of people, because like I remember he was freaking out one day. I came over and he was freaking out trying to disable like the Google services on his phone or something. And I was like, I have no idea how you disable something that's that ingrained into the phone,
Right.
nowadays.
It is the operating system. I mean, just, you could Google it, but do you really trust Google with how to un-Google the Google? That's like when your parents Like in the 90s when your parents tell you, hey, set up the parental blocks on here. I don't want you looking at porn. You go, yes, mother.
Right.
That's a real conversation I had in the 90s. Sure, I did.
But but yeah, I haven't been up to a whole lot lately. So yeah. Oh yeah, I remember you were saying, for those that don't know, before the show, Frank was freaking out about his computer. He might still be. We'll see though.
Not as much. Not until I have to restart the fucking thing.
Yeah, doesn't that suck though? And you got to freak out just restarting a computer or doing something, you know?
I mean, anything's like that anymore. Even if you buy a console, remember Red Rings of Death?
Yeah. Right.
What's that mean? Just throw the whole fucking thing away, dog.
Yeah. It's paperweight now. So should we get into some do you want to start with your question now, Frank?
Yes, please, before my drink gets warmer.
Alrighty then.
All right. All right.
I don't give a fuck.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian.
So I guess you're asking, what am I drinking on, right?
Mm-hmm. You know it.
I would hope I would know your question. Hope I'm not that far gone yet. Right.
Are you drinking screwdrivers again, Ian?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You know why?
Why?
Because it's my liberty.
Oh, you found it?
Yep.
Did your marks
fact,
finally have it?
Yep. I'm finishing on one, and then I got this one.
Is it that good, or you just have that many that you got to fucking drink it?
No, it's pretty good. I got a bunch of bottles.
It's berry flavored, right?
Yeah, it's basically raspberry. They say it's like 50 flavors, but it's it's basically raspberry.
What comes through is the raspberry. Like whenever it's a mixture of flavors, Mountain Dew is like, no, one flavor dominates, and then the other is just colors.
Right. Yeah, well, I ran into Nate at the Marks next door to us, and he was like, he was surprised. He's like, where the fuck did you get those? Because I had them in my little cart, and I told him they actually had them hidden away because I ran into the manager the other day, and I was like, hey, do you know if you guys have this new type of Mountain Dew? And he said, yeah, it's hidden over here. And it was like in the deli section with the deli meats and stuff. He said he doesn't know why they put it there. He was kind of upset because they didn't even put like a price label on them and stuff on the little display. So, but yeah, I had to show him.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. I like it though. I guess the manager was saying too that they're going to be bringing these in like 12 packs too. I guess so.
Yeah, I've seen like not in the stores, but I've seen people getting cases of them. I didn't know they had the individual bottles like that, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it tastes better in a bottle than can. You get a little bit of a more metallic taste, but
what else you drinking?
And then when I get tired of that, I got the orange vanilla Coke, and then just because I'm on a diet, I got some water, right?
Aw, just because you don't want to die.
Yeah, that's it. It's like you get all this shit, and then it's like, I'll get a Diet Coke, please.
Right? With my triple cheeseburger and my loaded fries. I've got... go ahead.
Did you get the same thing?
Well, I've got a Dew Ice, a water on ice, and then I got my Sioux City root beer, which their sarsaparilla tastes like root beer. Yeah, so I said my beer is getting warm. Literally, my root beer. The sarsaparilla tastes like root beer, and I got birch beer, which to me tastes like cream soda. The online descriptions say that birch beer is like a caramel flavor, which I can guess I can kind of get that. It comes in different colors, so that's actually technically kind of different flavors. I had it and I said, "Damn, I wish I bought more of that," because I was afraid it was going to be gross, and I really should have bought a bunch because it tasted good. This I want to see what the hell their root beer tastes like. If their sarsaparilla tastes like root beer. So.
Sarsaparilla. So is that like your new daily driver of drinks, so to speak?
No, it's a personal favorite.
Well. Need you to drop a Homer Simpson just gulping down beer.
It's I don't know if it's because it's sad. Well, I didn't open it till just now. It's not like when you drink root beer, you know, you get that rush. You're like, I don't know if it's like richness or like.
It's the head.
Well, like no, even if there's no foam, you get a strong taste. Like, because you know it's all chemicals now. There's no root or no fucking sarsaparilla root in it. It's all just chemical flavors, like how Barks has bite and that kind of shit. Like,
right.
This
root beer technically like? I heard somewhere that root beer is technically like a carbonated tea or something. I
mean, sarsaparillas and root beers are both originally they came from roots of plants mixed with like I don't know what the hell the exact process is, but there's no actual root anymore. If you buy it, it's all fucking chemical flavorings, and I'm like, well, duh. And
I wonder if they'll ever come out with the I am Groot beer.
Right. This is like more subdued. Like the sarsaparilla actually had more of a bite, and I didn't know. Like this is like when they say Barks has bite, this is like A&W compared to Barks. It's same thing but different. I can't. Who was it who did like a video where they just tried a bunch of different brands? I think it might have been Regular Scene. They did a bunch of different brands of root beer.
Was it Brad Tries?
Might have been. I don't know. They're like you actually get subtle differences. I can't remember. Might have been them. Might have been healthy junk food. I can't remember. But
I like Barks. They're pretty good. Barks and Mug I think have like more carbonation than other pops do. I think.
Well, that's what it like. This one's not as carbonated. I don't know if it's just this one or all of them in general, but like it's not as aggressive as the sarsaparilla, which is I was wondering how they would do it. I thought the root beer would be stronger. Those I think it was Regular Scene though, because they did a comparison. No, it was Z Cook's there we go. Yeah, they did how many did they try?
I wonder if they're homeless yet trying to live on YouTube.
Okay, their root beer battle, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different flavors. They got A&W, Mug, Stewart's, bunch of different ones I'd never even fucking heard of. So I guess that, I mean, if it's a older brand that's been around longer, they have probably a more established flavor. So I think they'd be better to judge than just, you know, same shit you get at the store. But
right.
But this is yeah, they made a how long video is this? 37-minute video where they fucking each try a shot of it and go, okay, and then they cleanse their palate with some water and they move on to the next one. And it's amazing. It's a flavor we all know, but to actually have such nuances with it. This is, I would have thought this would be the flavor of the sarsaparilla, because the sarsaparilla is a lot like more aggressive in your face. Your face. So anyway.
Was there any like is that brand, and like, is there any other brands that do like root beer and beer?
Like
that they're
actual
known
beer.
for? Yeah, like a
Uh,
beer company, but that does maybe like root beer on the side too.
Well, I mean, they've got the alcoholic root beers. Have you tried those?
I have not tried those yet. I do
They're-
want to get into those.
There's like Not Your Dad's root beer or hard root beer or whatever the hell they call them. I know people that got into that. That came out right after I stopped drinking, so I have no idea what it
Yeah.
tastes like. The closest I had was a hard lemonade. But
You
anyway,
probably wouldn't have had them anyways, though.
why?
You would have just went to straight. Well, because like when you were drinking, you said you just primarily did your. What was that you would do? Like your.
Scotch and beer because I
Your
was
scotch.
trying to get drunk.
Yeah, I don't think you
I-
ventured out too much, did you?
Okay, well, see, the thing is, I mean, I would do like vodka and cranberry if I was drinking with somebody else who was drinking it. I'm just the same as a foodie. I eat because A, it's delicious and I like different flavors, and B, because I'm hungry and fat. And same thing with when I was drinking. I would either try to just get drunk, or I would like to sip on something because it tastes good. I mean, even I was an alcoholic who I'll admit I like the taste of beer at this point. And it's just the alcohol still, no one likes the taste of it really. We understand it and respect it as a mature thing, I guess. But I like fruity, frilly things. I don't drink real coffee, even though I ate chocolate covered coffee beans and shit. Give me a frosty, sugary dessert, and I'll drink that instead. Same with liquor. If you gave me alcoholic root beer, shit, okay. I mean, plus it's that's dangerous because you can't taste it, so you don't know how much you drink. When you drink beer, you go, okay, I can't taste anything now. So it's when you're just sipping on sugar water,
Yeah.
Excuse me. Now, like
What
I said,
about those beers that are doing like different flavors and stuff? Like
craft
because
beers.
I know, yeah, like I know they do like different. I remember a while ago I seen someone doing a review of like a dragon stout beer or something.
Mhm. Yeah, the Game of Thrones beers and stuff. The
Yeah,
craft beer is actually it's a small niche market.
peach beer.
Well, it's moving on to a niche to like more mainstream to where liquor is starting to pick up. Now, craft by definition just means a smaller production. So it could either be a small company doing it, or they're doing what they like seasonal flavors. Like my favorite movie theater in Columbus, Studio 35, they're also a bar, and Columbus Brewery does a thing with them where they do a beer tasting of their summer flavors that they put out. And like last time I went with my buddy before he passed away, we saw a screening of Pee-wee's Big Adventure while we were at the beer tasting. So they give you a little shot of beer and you swish around your mouth. Yes, I got lovely bouquet in this flavor. Yes, yes. And there are the people there that are just drunk. I was a genuine beer lover where I would sniff the shot before my buddy drank it.
First sniff.
I would just to get an idea of what it was, and then I watched the movie with them. But and they do the same thing with like Big Lebowski and stuff. But
Yeah.
they had a flavor I remember called Summer Teeth, because like girls with summer teeth, summer hair, some of there. But yeah, it's there's a YouTube channel I follow, Craft Computing, he's a guy who does computing work in his videos, and he drinks beer. So he goes, "What am I drinking? I'm also drinking this week." He talks about it and tries different flavors. It's about enjoying it because, yes, I was just trying to get drunk. I'm an alcoholic. That's why I don't drink anymore. But I
Right.
also enjoyed it. Just like a serial killer, you don't chop up. What it said in Dexter, you don't chop up people. Because you find it a chore. You enjoy doing it. Yeah. I hate to admit, I think it was some comic I read somewhere on the internet. They said, like someone was drinking it for the first time. Oh, the taste of beer is gross. It's like, hey, you get used to it. He's like, used to it? That's like Stockholm syndrome. And he's like, you're right. And I'm like, well, fuck, it is.
Yeah.
We appreciate what's slowly killing us. That's
Right.
fucked up. But that's fucked up. But
Well, I mean,
yeah.
even the like brands like the standard Bud Light, they're even doing, I forget what it was. It was like a pumpkin beer or like
They got
peach beer or something.
well, they got the Ritas too. They got the margarita Budweisers, Limerita, Strawberry Rita, whatever.
By the way, rest in peace, Sangria Blast.
Right,
Need a moment.
man. I'm mad. Spike Lemonade's fucking gone. Like right when I was like, I'll order that, and like we don't have it. I'm like, not there. Nacho fries are back for now.
And you see it. What I think it is like pop companies. They want you to enjoy it only enough to where you're paying them money. They don't want you to really enjoy it. I don't
No,
think.
they don't care if you enjoy it. It's like Bethesda. How long are we going to keep releasing Skyrim till you stop buying the motherfucker?
Yeah.
So,
By the way, did you get something to save your life too? Or
yeah.
keep you from dying? You had any drinks that are going to keep you from dying there?
I mean, I got water that'll drown me if I really get bad. I guess on it.
Yeah. Well, gotta have something.
Right. Do you want to get on to the video of the week?
Video of the week. Yep.
It's not hide and seek. It's the video of the week.
No.
Okay, what's your video here? Let me get down to your email. Happy. Now I'll screen share, if it'll let me. I might be a naughty boy and not let me. What the hell?
I could start. I'll let you catch up. Well, basically, my video of the week is from that Or guy, Tech of the Tomorrow, and he's doing a video on this thing that I thought you might find interesting called the Sensomorph. It's basically like a touchpad MIDI controller, and what's cool about it is you can add these rubberized like plates to them that has like their rays and stuff, and you could add different ones on there, and then you could set up like like some kind of like button scheme with it. So because it's like a full trackpad, you can draw with it, use a stylus, use your fingers, has multi-touch, all that stuff. But you could also set up like button profiles. So like if you use one of these rubber plates that it magnetically sticks on there, you can set up a profile so that the buttons you can like remap them. It has all these different MIDI functions that you could do with them. Yeah. So like you could go into software and select like do your own custom profiles and stuff with it, They were even I was reading on there, they even have like a clear like textured thing where you could like put like drawings over, so you could kind of like do your own custom things. Or like you could do like printouts and stuff and have like your own layouts and shit. But what's real cool too is they said that you can even 3D print, like if you have like a flexible type of material 3D printer, you can even theoretically then 3D print out your own things, because it's basically just like a rubberized sheet with like rubberized buttons on there.
Gotcha.
And it's a cool take on it, I think. Yeah, they even had like a piano layout that you could put on there. That's like a drum pad type of thing. like you do different sliders for MIDI, the MIDI shit. The main downfall of this thing or drawback, I guess, is the price, because like each of these is like, this specific one I think is like $50 for this rubberized pad, and the other ones I think the standard ones are like $30.
See, this
But
thing kind
it's
of
like
go ahead.
over $100 for the trackpad itself.
I mean, it's cool that it's got that customizability and allows you to make your own shit, make it custom.
Yeah,
It kind of reminds
you can
me
make
of
your own
this.
buttons and shit on there.
It reminds me of this thing. Whoop. This is the MIDI fighter. Got little like arcade buttons.
Oh yeah, let me go to your screen. Yeah. Oh yeah.
64 of the motherfuckers. This guy here is Sean Wasabi. He's pretty dope. He does the kind of stuff I like, poppy, bubbly, whatever. And he pretty much uses these things like exclusively, like the entire video. He's got like samples and shit he goes to with it. And it's one of my other artists that I follow actually bought one of these because he's such a big fan of this guy, and I don't know if he's ever used it. Because he like posted on Twitter when he got it, and then I haven't seen a video of him using it yet. And I'm like, damn, it's cool. But I mean, like I could just set my regular keyboard and pads to random samples and then just, mash on that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he doesn't remember what each of these fuckers is tied to. He's just like doing shapes based on it. I don't know. It's kind of cool, but man. But
Yeah.
this is like yours, like you said, is more customizable and portable, obviously.
Yeah, here's the software where you're setting up like different. They have different shape buttons that you can put in the software and everything. The only thing I could think of is like, I don't know, like if you're doing a custom thing like this, like how you'd really have to like line up the buttons or something. Like, say if I guess it'd be easier like if I was gonna 3D print out the shapes that I was doing. I do that, or like if you do a 2D print, then maybe they have some way where you can overlay like the picture that you were using that you printed out, so you know where to put the buttons. Otherwise, you're just going blind, right? I mean, you could maybe put a button where you think it would be physically in the upper corner there or something,
Maybe they do like a real thin, like breakaway, the whole thing, and then sit it down and then just break off the pieces they don't need. Maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, these little sheets, they're like, like probably thinner than like a mouse pad is.
I don't know, dog. I mean, it's cool. I'll give it a like. Let me like the video.
I mean, it's cool. He was saying it's cool because like, the you could use it for multiple uses, like a MIDI thing, and it's portable. So I guess if you're in that kind of situation, but I mean, if you're in a serious thing where you need multiple things to be able to use at the same time, like 5 or 6 different like keyboards or whatever you're doing, like if like real time, it would be kind of hard to, like switch the pads and do all that stuff. It wouldn't really be worth it to get like multiple things of these. It like price wise, I don't think it would be worth it. Like I said, if you're just like a small town guy and you don't like have anything to play on, I mean, I guess it would be nice, but
Yeah.
I mean, like you like being able to. I'm sure you like physically having a keyboard next to you, and like you would like to have other instruments available, like so you could just pick it up real quick.
I mean, in like the the DAWs I've been using, you can just digitally put notes down in a piano roll and not actually have to touch the instrument. But I want to be able to learn it so that way I can adapt it to physical things when I'm away from the computer.
Yeah. Yeah, there he is using it as like you could even use it as a joystick too.
Yeah, I
Because
mean, really,
it's pressure. Yeah, there. See, he's putting it on the actual thing there. But yeah, it's pressure sensitivity. I'm not sure how many levels of pressure sensitivity it has, but you can use the stylus and stuff with it. Then
I mean, pretty
it
cool,
doesn't
man.
it doesn't have a display on it, I don't think, but
No, this is a.
it's
you know,
just
this
a
is
trackpad.
yeah. It's like this is a tinkerer's toy. It's really nice.
Yeah, there's a little clip of him playing it. I don't play
Yeah,
too
he's
much.
got a little keyboard thing on it. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, you get the picture.
Yeah,
You make it.
I knew he was into like rock and stuff. I just didn't know like
Oh
what
yeah,
he actually did.
he was in a band. He might still be in a band doing stuff on the side or something. I'm not sure his whole history, but
Hmm.
he's definitely a big music guy. He's got all those amps and everything in the background. I see a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I have a half stack that you never see because it's downstairs. Because I couldn't fit it in this room. If I did, you wouldn't be able to get around it. Big pain in the
Yeah.
ass. But
It's kind of like that thing though. Like remember we did that thing on where they have like the modular MIDI things where you could like stick the pieces together and make like they have like different sliders and stuff. You could actually like it was like Legos or whatever. But the thing was, it was like each thing was like $100.
right, and this is just one unit that you make it custom to your needs.
I mean,
like that's kind of
yeah.
groovy. I mean, really,
I bet you'd find it interesting.
everything is really just an interface,
Yeah.
and that's all we're doing is finding ways to control and customize to make it what you need and fit what you're trying to do. I'm sure like the dude from Linus Tech Tips who made like the keyboard macros and shit, he could probably get down with something like this.
Yeah.
It's got options.
Yeah. I mean, most things in your life that you run into are technically interfaces. Like the light switches in your house, it's an interface.
Everything's either an interface or it's not. That's
right.
technically the truth. All right, would you like to see my story of the week, sir? My video of the week?
Yeah. Do you got something music related, or is it just like tech?
No.
Okay. See what kind of shenanigans you're into today.
Well,
today.
I just so I follow this dude Juicehead on YouTube. He's actually the one who was the very first guy to have the news story about the new Fallout Shelter game that's only available in China. He was the first one I saw to actually post that, and a lot of news sites actually used him as the reference. They're like, first leaked by Juicehead, and I'm like, damn. So I follow him because,
Cuphead?
Yeah, sure. He actually, like, it's funny. His entire channel has basically been videos about the Fallout games, and I don't know if that was intentional or if he just started doing it because he was in college until like last week, and now he's pretty much able to do YouTube full time, and he's like, well, shit. So anyway, this video here is talking about the new combat update because before they've had PvP, but it was kind of meh. Like, it sucked to where you either, no one used it or you were, spawn.
You're gonna have to do better than that, Steven!
Yeah, they were spawn camping you, in the survival mode, and it was not as fun as it should have been. Well, now there's going to be, like, there's updates already that are coming for the, like, what they call quality of life improvements. Like your looking down your scope is up to 25% faster.
No scope, baby.
Right, which sounds like a minor thing, but like he says in the video, if you do these things literally hundreds or thousands of times, like reload animations are just going to be skipped if you press a button. So you don't have to sit and watch the whole thing. You can shoot and then sprint without having to watch it. Oh, put the gun away, the whole animation. So like, the that whole system is different, and then they're going to be supposedly coming out with a new type of combat, whether it's going to be PvP or team deathmatch or what. But there's already been they data mined already and found pieces of code that say PvP, and they found audio files recently where a character that's a computer system tells you very good, but your team needs to yada yada. So they kind of figured there's team deathmatch stuff. E3, I think that's this weekend. Bethesda does their own thing because they have their own whole catalog of shit to talk about. They're probably going to talk more about it then. So I'm going to be watching it. I did last time. Actually, sneaks into my one of my stories here since I'm piggybacking on it. I'll go ahead.
Oh, yeah, by the way, didn't you say you had a Soda Talk article or something before? Because you were saying that before your computer stuff, you had some kind of soda thing.
That might have been old.
Well, if you have something, we'll get into it.
Yeah, but yeah, the Elder Scrolls Online, which is a Bethesda intellectual property. They're like, watch the live stream, we'll announce a bunch of crap. So this was a news story I had. But yeah, the video, he's basically is showing clips that they've showed where the combat system has changed. Like when you hit somebody with a gun, it'll tell you how much actual damage you're doing. Like, there you go. See, like this hit did 34, this one did 17. So you know whether or not you're wasting your time hitting a point that's not vital. You know what I mean? You're like, I've been sitting there, spamming the gun at him, and he's not going down. Well, you're doing 1% damage to him,
Nothing on there works smooth.
Yeah. So he does, like I said, a 10-minute video on it, and it really gets me kind of excited. Like, Bethesda has a Discord server, and the topics are some of the damn games that they assume they'll be discussing, because why would they have a thing about it and leave like they didn't like Prey's not on here at all, so they're probably not going to be talking about that. But Wolfenstein Youngblood's on there, so they're going to probably be talking about that. Blades has been in beta, so they're probably going to talk about that. And I'm watching the video and listening to him talk about it got me excited, and I'm looking forward to it. It's been I've been enjoying the game, and wanting to see more stuff come out for it. It's just everyone talks bad about it, saying it's dead and broken and all this, and no, you just make it a little better, and it I mean, my hours are going into it already.
Yeah.
So I just wish I wasn't over encumbered. Actually, he starts with a little teaser of there was a, I don't know if it was this, I think it might have been another video he did that like popped up in the related stories. There was an interview with Todd about how they were mentioning the your stash, how you can only store so much. And he said, well, this might be something that they want, but they realize that they don't really want it. It might be different later because it might, affect other mechanics. So people are like, oh, does this mean that, your stash size might, affect some other thing that's coming later? I mean, because at first their argument was, oh, well, we want people to learn how to manage their inventory because it's more immersive, like your survival, you can't carry everything in its brother. It's not really realistic right now. I can carry over 500 pounds walking around fighting.
Right.
And my character, I play as a girl. So, because like I said, I don't, if I'm not in third person, I don't want to be staring at a dude.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. So Plus, people are, I haven't really encountered too many dickheads. Like, most of the players I've had actually talk to me were nice, and I figured they'd be more inclined to be like, "Fuck you, guy," I figured, well, if they're going to be sexist, assholes, I could live with that. But no. Maybe they know there's no girls on the internet. But yeah,
Shut up!
yeah. So I'm just, looking forward to more reason for other people to play it, and this got me excited for the announcements coming for E3. So it's like the DLC is free, so it's like I'm getting a free, new game every couple of months.
Sweet.
So
Sweet.
yeah. But would you like to get into Battlestations, sir?
Hell yeah, I would.
All right.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, hit that theme song.
Oh yeah.
Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations.
Station.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
By
Yeah.
the way, I mean, you were right about the battle station. We should pick a favorite one. So like every time we do a favorite one, I'm gonna do this one.
Excellent.
Yeah,
And
that'd be
then-
a good way to streamline it too.
For the ones that we don't like the
Bogus.
worst one.
For like when we throw in ringers and stuff, we're like, look at this fucking guy.
Yeah, like that, or like the last place, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
when we rank them one by one, we tear them apart. So that already takes up however long that takes. And
Yeah.
when we have to get like Ben or Nate, who hasn't been paying attention for the entire show, we go, hey, which one of these four do you like better? What? I need this one or this one? And it's an audio podcast, so I'm sure people.
Yeah, we just you could do whatever you want with the middle ones, but we could just either do the one that sucks and one that is the best.
Cool. Okay, so what's your theme this week? I'm guessing music.
No, I mean you would think since I did the MIDI thing, but I did the music stations. It's like I can't find shit on there anymore these days, so it's like I just did like kind of like unique setups and.
Well, I mean,
who
this
gives
is
a shit.
right. This is music here, and I like
that one's music. Yeah,
I like that he tied his purple in with his lights.
yeah.
Can you hear my fan? I just clicked it on real quick.
Not really that much. No, it's fine. Man.
Oh, that's good because it's behind my microphone. So since it's a side address microphone, I figured it wouldn't take it from the back.
Nah, I just
Take it
talked
from the back.
to that thing straight on, Frank.
Look, I am your father. Okay. So this one, it's got a lot of buttons. I mean, looks like pretty decent speakers. It's got isolators
Yeah, he's got a
And
MIDI thing there too.
and a Dragon Ball. I can't tell if that MacBook is the thing powering it or if there's a tower under there. But
I really hope not.
I'm just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because I don't care.
Who gives a shit?
Right? The purple matches. They took time to fucking match their colors and shit. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking moderator. They don't pay me to be downvoted.
Right.
Okay. Oh boy.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny that I did do the trackpad thing because the other one is music, and then this thing I think isn't that like a drawing thing?
I mean, it is a drawing monitor, but he's also got a guitar and speakers.
Yeah.
Oh boy, and a wood wireless charger, a wood mistress for the keyboard, a little snoo. I think that's how you call him, the Reddit guy on his webcam there. I'm saying his. I don't know if this is a girl or guy here. Ooh, rule 1. Ooh, Oh, they did. Did they not show the tower? I think that's the tower back there. Or is that an eGPU? This might be a laptop. I think it is. I'll bet. Let me see because it got flagged for Rule 1, and they said submission removed for the cyberport, complete desktop battle stations only, battle tops for laptops. Yeah. Well, I still gave it an upvote. Still nice, even though it's wrong. It's against everything we stand for. Because I thought that was the tower, but I think it's just an eGPU.
Maybe. We're too lazy to investigate this shit tonight.
Right. That sounds like work and shit.
Yeah.
And then you got just 3 this week, right?
Yeah. The third one I think was more of like a normal type of thing.
I mean, it's not a music setup, but he's got decent speakers. I don't know why people put their shit in the corner like that. That looks horrible. Because your
you mean you don't?
No,
I think that's. It sucks because it doesn't have a curve to the, the corner.
So your wrists are each resting on one side of the thing, and then his mouse pad's on the fucking left.
Yeah, you got to be like this.
and his keyboard's sideways, so I think he's a CS:GO player.
Probably.
And he's got decent studio monitors, but then are those shitty Logitech speakers or subwoofers up there? Because there's an actual sub on the floor. I don't know.
Pickings were kind of slim on the battle stations this week. Well, at least today, when I was the most recent ones, at least.
I mean, there's
because you look at them throughout the week. You said right.
I mean, it's sometimes. This week I was like, oh shit, I got to pick some stations. So you prefer them in the order they were presented, huh? I would go 1, 3, 2. Because even though this is just crooked, I mean, I would just move everything over to one side or the other.
Yeah.
And like, this is just a laptop. As nice as everything is, the custom mounted speakers and the desk that's a big chunk of wood.
Bogus.
I mean, this should be awesome, but it's missing a computer.
So, one, congratulations, you won.
Excellent!
And 2, boom, 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 boom.
Yep. Bogus.
Bogus.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yep. I'll give you.
Station.
Okay.
More tonight.
Now we're just gonna pick a top one and a bottom one, like you said. So I picked 4 because I thought that I was gonna have to have there was a chance that you were gonna have the same one I did. Of like, well, fucking Ian's gonna pick that one. So I threw a 4th one in here. So
usually I'm kind of rushed because just trying to get through the battle stations and articles and stuff. But we'll see.
We'll see. Give my love to the princesses. What princesses? You'll see.
Yeah.
They announced the girls that are going to play Bill and Ted's daughters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and some dumbass actually commented, well, as long as the story's about them and not their daughters. And I'm like, you retard. Why would they waste time showing who the fuck the daughters were? We wouldn't give a fucking... Anyway, so this one. NZXT case. Kraken. Portrait ultra wide. Nice.
That bezel, though, is nice.
I don't understand.
No, I mean, the bezel is nice. There's, like, no bezel, practically,
Well, I think the top monitor is upside down because it's narrower at the top. That's a trick guys do when they
Really?
yes.
Interesting.
Well, because you think about it, they put the chin on a regular monitor, and I suggested it because some guy was running 2 monitors like mine, and I had seen it on Random Frank P. He's like, "Yeah, I flipped it upside down because it's narrow, and that way they butt right up against each other." I was like, "It's genius." This reminds me of what's that guy's name? Optimum Tech. His girlfriend's computer is similar to this. It was just like a little 1070 or whatever with a Kraken. I think it was a Ryzen build, but just so they could, have living room gaming, 4K.
My only
Oh.
gripe is like I'm kind of OCD. I don't like.
I'm getting
What's
a
wrong?
video call from Doug.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I missed the video call. I don't know if he's gonna hop in or not.
Tell him I can't. His shit.
Hold on.
Tell him his shit doesn't come up. I mean, we can't like directly invite him. You have to give him the link.
I mean, I pasted the link in the thing.
I remember we went through all this shit with Floyd.
I asked him, "Are you coming on?" So we'll see. But I mean, yeah, this is pretty dope. Oh, we got the ROG motherboard. Okay. The more pixels, the better. Well, merrier, whatever. Copy. I don't know what he's doing. We'll find out when he comes on if he does. Now, this is why I thought you would have the same one as me here. Look at this shit.
Oh, nice.
Whoop, he said something. I said, "You coming on?" He said, "Yeah." But yeah, I like this because he's got got dual ultra wides. I mean, yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice mesh back chair. Not a whole lot of leg room. I mean, unless because maybe he puts his feet on that easel there in the middle. I guess. The speakers have nice little ribbon tweeters. I don't know the brand exactly. I'll have to look and see. Because they don't look like the Atom 5s. I think they're monoprice if I actually had to guess. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't know if that shelf is like actually like looks kind of weird how it's tilted up like that.
Right.
But I mean it's cool. Is that Goku or whoever? I don't know. Dragon Ball. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, let me see here. Oh, here's the specs. Samsung, Acer. Oh, Ascend Acoustic Sierra 2 speakers. Never heard of them.
Oh.
Oh, my neck arthritis is kicking in. I'm going to download that.
Oh, man. You would.
Someone said he can already hear the noises the chair and wooden floor make when OP gets up to masturbate, or that's what I understood.
Ah, there he is.
Nobody knew who I was, so I put on the mask.
Was wondering what the breakfast.
Is that a brassiere on your face? Wife's gonna get mad that you're wearing her boosty on your chest. How's it
That's the
going,
training
Doug?
mask.
What?
The training mask.
Oh. Okay.
You put this on to restrict your air, restricts your breathing. So, like that.
So you die.
Like that.
Why would you want to restrict your breathing?
It's to help develop your diaphragm and the intercostal muscles.
I think it'll just help to
Interesting.
choke you out.
I thought that shit
Yeah.
was like those dust masks or whatever when you or you do it cutting wood and shit.
No.
Ian, I figured you would dig this. Those colors, Doe.
I do dig that.
He put a little raised stand because if you notice, none of the monitors are on arms; they're just standing at a higher location. And then
Nice.
I have my favorite one, which I knew will get the most flack, so I saved it for last.
Affleck.
Nope.
Ta 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 ta.
Hold on. It's loading.
What the fuck is that?
Weebs. It's a Weeb station.
Yeah.
Frank usually throws those in every week now.
More like a jack station.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's a Acer monitor, like Predator.
Right.
Sound Blaster speakers, which, okay, whatever. Gigabyte motherboard and GPU.
Is that a RGB power supply shroud?
I think so. Either that
Interesting.
or it's just like, reflecting to the light of the fans up top. I can't quite tell.
I know the side, like the line on the side is RGB.
Yeah, it's part of
or
the
whatever.
case, but the actual shroud. I think it's just a panel they put in that's probably like white and just bouncing stuff off of it, I'll bet. Maybe. I don't know. Looks pretty cool. You gotta admit, man, there's some stuff going on here. They got the nice little RGB keyboard with Sailor Moony looking chicks.
It's all Sailor Moon.
That's right. And a pink controller there. But yeah, I like it. Ooh, here we go. Monitor Acer Predator 27-inch. And Doug looking upside down. There he is. I don't know why they include this. This is a horrible picture. Yeah, well.
You know what I have to say about that setup, Frank?
What's that?
Your face, your ass, what's the difference?
Okay, Duke. Hey, look, they included different pictures, though. Oh, so I guess it is an RGB thing, because it's all, it's like pink now. Oh, look, they even got the same things I do, the halos, it looks like.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty dope, yeah. I don't like the GPUs, like, boring looking as hell, but, whatever. Makes it look like it's on a cloud there, I guess. But, gaming chair, which Ian could tell you about those.
Gaming.
Yeah.
Gamers.
Oh, boy. Ooh, Lord. I'm sure they mentioned
Speaking
it.
of gaming,
So, what's Doug been up to?
Working out.
I'm working out.
Now about to.
Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. I work out.
But now I'm trying something way outside my lane.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm start getting skateboarding.
What?
Really?
That's still a thing?
Damn
Are
right
you-
it is.
Are you Tony Hawk?
No.
Do you ever watch that? I like to watch that Braille skateboarding YouTube channel. You ever see that?
Yeah, I'm subscribed to him.
Yeah, he does. Lately, he was teaching this pro snowboarder girl how to skate. It's interesting. They did for Frank that doesn't know, they're like a unique skateboarding YouTube channel. They do they test out different kinds of skateboards and shit too. Like they test out like all glass skateboard, 3D printed skateboard.
I mean, well, why do you just assume I don't know about that kind of stuff, Ian?
Well,
because you're Frank.
to be fair, you do pinstriping, so.
Oh, there he goes with that. He's got to do it. Ian, you got to remember, I got roots in punk rock. I know skateboarders. I knew them back when that was a thing.
Frank's
I didn't-
like,
Shut up!
Pretty much.
Shut up, Ted!
I tried it and I was no good at it, so I gave up.
I just want to be able to cruise, ollie, and maybe kickflip. Then I'm happy.
What kind of board you got?
I'm working on that right now.
Oh boy. Well, my friend's got it.
I actually don't really have any friends who board, so.
So did you read an issue of Thrasher?
I've been interested in Thrasher for years.
Yeah.
So
I had a board, but I had a. Here's the funny thing. I had a. What the hell was that board? I had was it Veriflex or whatever the fuck it was, the shitty one that they're like, dude, who gives a fuck with it? Like I bought it at Kmart, but I got actual trucks from somebody who like ordered them from a magazine back before you could order shit online.
Wow.
right.
So they were better than the board.
By the way, Doug, are you subscribed to this guy on YouTube? I just posted in the chat. It's called Juji Mufu.
I'm working out.
It's like a body builder fitness guy. He does a lot of unique things on his channel, like a lot of grip strength training. He's been doing a lot of Ninja Warrior type stuff lately.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you. Because I mean, it's some of the stuff that he does on there is kind of interesting. Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm not particularly into the Ninja Warrior stuff. So.
Bodybuilder tries pro arm wrestling tournament. He does like some strongman competition stuff.
Nah. I've heard of him, but I don't really follow him.
Did you ever try those things where it's like a weight that tests out your grip strength that you got to lift up, just like it's like a cylinder that you hold on to?
No. That's a negative. That's a negative.
Well, what kind of workout you doing lately, Doug? Just leg day?
No.
No leg day? You gotta do
I'm
leg
doing,
day, man.
full upper body recently.
You getting swole?
Yup.
No upper body getting soft.
Now you're the one that's soft, son.
Soft. But anyways, Frank, what did what would you say your favorite one here is?
Well, the stations.
Battle Station. Yeah.
I mean, well, this one's dope. Probably this one because it's got multiple monitors. What do you think, Doug?
I like that one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
Oh boy, why, Doug?
Oh, here, let me crank my fucking neck up to take a look at the fucking night sky. Fucking
He downvoted somebody that did that too.
Yeah.
Said
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Doug, I showed you my monitor setup, right?
yes.
So, like, for those of you who didn't see, let me where the hell's the damn folder? Anyway, yeah, this is what my shit looks like right now. So
That's Derp Station 3.0.
Peter.
I don't give a fuck.
That's right. I mean, I like it. I like it a lot.
What?
But just me.
Anyways.
Yeah, that was fun.
Right.
But yeah, I'd probably agree with you, Frank. That one is
Excellent!
Yeah.
show him the other one so Doug can vote, even though it doesn't matter. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Got that one.
The Kauai station.
Sad thing is, that's probably the best one out of all three.
I got 4 this week.
Yep. In reverse.
Oh,
order.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
That's 4, 3, 2, 1.
So you like this one best?
No, the one you just showed me.
Bogus.
So you like this one best?
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Anyway. I like the Kauai station and the dual monitors that hurt people's necks, apparently, station.
Wait.
Anyway.
Let's get on with some. You guys want to get on with some news? Because well, the whole reason we kind of invited you, Doug, is some of the news articles we got here.
Yeah. We've heard you have opinions on things.
Hit me, bitches.
As he did. And by the way, I got new. Gonna change up the news a little bit here.
Uh-oh.
News time, baby.
That's different. I hate it.
Edit that out and post.
It's longer.
Hold on.
Oh, you hate it because it's longer?
Yes. Yes, all it's missing is a guitar solo and it would be Freebird.
So we should stick to the original?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I mean, we don't need to play it now, but, you know.
Yeah. And by the way, I also got this. I forget where this was from, but I was meaning to find it, and I finally did.
Okay.
That's for for some kind of like unsolved mysteries thing or something.
Yeah, something like that. Here's everything Apple
But-
announced at WWDC 2019.
So, well, we really wanted to get Ben on this because he was the one that was waiting for so long, right, Frank?
He wanted to see what they were going to do with the new Mac Pros before he bought his next machine.
I mean, they announced a whole lot of other shit, but who gives a shit about that?
I mean, just the two ends of the spectrum, the iMac, that they were coming out with, and the Mac Pro were like the two things I was taking away what the hell they did with them.
Oh, and they got a dark mode they took fucking forever to put on some of the shit too. Right?
I don't know, did they? It looks like it.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it doesn't. It's like dark mode is, and it's not that hard to put on there.
I don't know.
Kind of late.
So,
but yeah, so basically that's the new Mac Pro, and the big running joke with this is it's a giant cheese grater. That's what it looks like.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and some of the pros are, you could obviously it has better expandability. You can get to all the different like sides you can take off, and you could get the shit easier. It has 8 16x PCI slots, and they said it's going to be expandable up to 1.5 terabytes of RAM.
Imagine how much that costs.
Yeah, we're getting to that.
Yeah.
So you could as far as the processor goes, it's some kind of Xeon with all the numbers and letters on the Xeon name, but it's basically the base model is like a 8 core processor, and then you could go up to like a 28 core, I think. So also with the PCI slots, the 4 of them are like going to be double spaced, I believe. So you need to put bigger cards in there. The card support in there is like some kind of Radeon Pro thing. But if you don't want to have to do the Pro cards, like if you want to put a gaming card in there, you could think it's going to support like a Vega 2 only or something like that. So basically, you're kind of like stuck to the AMD shit on there, unfortunately. But the main thing that sucks about all this shit. Oh yeah, also they have a 6K display that it's going to come with. But as far as the computer goes, the base model is going to be a 8-core processor, and it's going to come with 32 gigs of RAM. But the thing is just that for the base model. That's not including all the terabytes of RAM that you can put in there. The base price is $6,000. And the 6K display here, that's it has like a lot of the things that are good about that. Besides the 6K part, is it has some like XDR, which is a like extreme dynamic range, they're calling it, and it has like a whole lot of other features that are good for like content creation and
I like the bezels,
color grading and stuff. Yeah, that's good.
And like you said, the color grading and all that. That's they use them a lot for like production work with Macs.
Yeah,
I'll be honest,
and
I wasn't expecting to come out with a new display this year.
Right.
At all.
Yeah, I mean, me neither, but it's like
I thought the 5K
it doesn't have
was
any
like
gaming
it.
features on there, like a high refresh rate. And this thing for the base, it's starting off at $5,000, and it doesn't. Everything everybody's pissed about is it doesn't come with a stand. And if you want the Pro stand, the stand by itself is like $1,000. Or
it's funny you say
the regular
base.
stand is like $100 for like the base amount stand.
You say base. That's a funny way to put it. The base model.
Yeah.
I had
basically after everything, it's going to be like 12,000 because 6 plus 5, and then if you want the Pro stand, it's like another 1,000. So it's like a car. You could probably get multiple cars with that.
I had a similar article with your, the big announcements. And then a headline that just said Apple monitor stand that costs more than an iPhone sparks online uproar.
Yeah, like when they announced it, everybody gasped. That's like was the big thing too.
Which sometimes you just gotta look
And-
at Tim Cook and go, "What the fuck were you thinking?"
Okay, should we unleash Doug now here?
Hold on, I gotta share Ben's thing with him because
Give me a second. I gotta switch out real quick. Hold on. Talk about
Okay.
myself.
Do you want me to? Are you just gonna screen share the shit?
yeah, it's just one
Okay.
picture.
I thought I had that.
That's funny.
Yeah, Ben shared that
Yeah.
with me, and I was like, "Oh, yep." Totes is. So, okay. You want to give us your 2 cents, Mr. Doug, sir?
Tim Cook, seriously, man.
Yeah, Tim Apple.
I fucking get it. I get this high-powered machine, but unless that stand comes with an attachment to suck my balls, it ain't worth a G.
I think I
At
forget
that
if it
point-
was Ulrich or Linus was saying somebody or Redditor. I forget where I heard it, but they were like, "That shit better be made of vibranium or some shit." I mean, that's where I get pissed is when it's almost like they put a high price on it just because they're like, "Ooh, we touched it," and it's just like it's a material. It's not any. It's not like it's anything like it's not hardware. It's just a physical object.
World. Living in a material world.
I mean, most stands on the market are like under $100. I mean, what's so different about this metal? And I guess they're just charging it just because they're saying, "Oh yeah, this is a piece of artwork or something." I guess
The Mac Pro. I mean, people say it looks like a cheese grater. Like, I'm not even really that mad about that because if you look at it, zoom enhance here.
And also, the important thing I should point out about that stand is, it could do a portrait or whatever. You could basically do everything that a normal base mount stand can.
Right. Like, the handles at the top and the feet look like they just went to a hardware store and said, "Okay, give me some drawer knobs." Just screw them on. There we go.
Well, I will say this Mac Pro I'm going to be fair and say it's a step in the right direction from where they were with the trash can shit, but it's just too damn expensive for most people. Like I watched a couple people that do have the current Mac Pro and are into Apple and everything, and they're just like, it's just too fucking expensive for everything. Monitor, $5,000 monitor.
Well, now, aside from the dirtbag fucking $1,000 stand, it's a pro. It's meant for the highest grade of professional. It's not meant for some Johnny come lately sitting on YouTube editing 2 videos a week. It's just there's too many people on YouTube who think they're Linus. To be honest.
Well, of course, but the Mac Pro has been always like the $3,000 to $4,000 or whatever. This is kind of crazy even for them.
Well, the thing I can't understand is, like you said, like what is the highest end GPU they offer for this model?
I don't know.
I don't think
it's some kind of It's one of those pro AMD cards for like content creation. And
I was gonna say, does it even do Vega or Radeon 7? I mean,
yeah, it's gonna support the new Vega 2, or I don't know if it's the Navi or whatever, but. But I mean, when I saw the $6,000 price and I heard about the 1.5 5 terabytes. So I was like, sure, that would cost that with that RAM, but not for a base price of 32 gigs.
Yeah, the RAM. Well, no,
I can only imagine how much. Can you calculate that? Like, what would that amount of RAM be after that base price of $6,000? That would probably be like 10,000 by itself then.
The best way to improve any Mac is to upgrade your own damn RAM, because Apple wants to charge you out the nose just for putting RAM sticks in your system. Basically.
Right. Can you look up like what a 128 gig kit is, or if they have a 256 gig kit? Just so we know what we're looking at here. Like if we, because I mean, obviously you can go and max out that shit on their site. You know, like 128 gigs or 256. I don't doubt that you're going to find a terabyte kit.
Hold on. Hold, please.
Hold on there, cowboy. I need to get that drop.
128 gig of ripsaws. That's 8 16 gig sticks.
Oh, yeah. By the way, this has 12 slots, so you're going to have to go higher than that, I think.
Well, I mean, this is, this is $634, and you get the little air fan dealies, like, on, if it lets me zoom enhance. Come on. See the little fans that go over top of the RAM?
And you said how much was that? 600?
635.
Okay, like even if we were to be modest and say it was 600, what's 600? So that's a tenth of a terabyte basically. So you times that by 15.
Well,
that'd be $9,000 just in RAM.
Just in RAM.
Wom, wom, wom. I mean, like I said, it's good that they're trying to expand all this shit, but damn,
they got
they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot, because a lot of their loyal fan bases, they're like, it sounds like a lot of them are gonna skip out on this,
Apple. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with you said a 6K monitor?
Yeah, it's a 6K XDR.
I mean, I thought 5K was fine. I mean, I understand they're like, oh, we're always pushing for things that might be big next time. I'm like, yeah, like Firewire that went nowhere. Thunderbolt, yes, that kind of did okay, but
yeah. That's the thing. You get that Apple tax where it's like if they just touch it, then that makes it more expensive. And I mean, I get the whole cereal. I get the whole thing where they do, where they had the support and shit for like the computer. I could get that, but I mean, just for like a metal stand, it's.
But it looks pretty.
I mean, I guess I can see that if they're trying to. They're trying to go in that direction where it was like our stuff is a piece of art. Then I guess you're gonna pay for that. I guess.
Hey, it's designed in Cupertino and manufactured in China, so they got to pay that literally that tax to Trump.
Yeah.
Okay. On to the next story.
Fucking next.
What's zoom enhance? YouTube revokes ads from Steven Crowder until he stops linking to his homophobic t-shirts. Oh boy.
Has either of you guys heard about this one?
No. Nothing.
I've heard very little, but fuck this guy.
Okay.
If we're being honest here, that tagline should say, YouTube revokes ads from Steven Crowder for linking to his homophobic t-shirts.
Oh, yeah. So you're saying fuck the guy that wrote that article?
No, I'm saying YouTube should just pull his shit, period. Anybody else who wasn't a big timer would have been fucking gone. We're being honest here.
Well, they were saying basically they were going kind of back and forth on it. They're like, well, he's he's saying some hurtful stuff, but he's not violating any of our policies of like specifically like harassment, where the whole video is just meant for that. But then they were like, oh, we're just gonna get him for his t-shirts or whatever, and then they're like, no, we're going for him in general. They like kind of like flip-flopped in their tweets or whatever, but basically what they ended up doing was they just took his monetization, and they're not gonna go, they're not gonna take away his channel, but yeah, they're gonna be changing their policy stuff. I don't, that's in the related article there, Frank. They're going to be changing their policies on some of that stuff as far as making money, but I don't think that they're going to, take his channel down.
Homophobia is hate speech. They have a policy against hate speech. Fuck him.
Well, I think that their policy is for hate speeches and the monetization, but that's YouTube's words. YouTube is they're the gatekeeper, man. They do whatever the fuck they want. It's hard to understand them. A lot of times you know how bad their communication skills are. They're at YouTube, so it's like I would never even try to make a living on YouTube at all anymore. It's like, what do you think, Frank?
Yeah, it's too difficult right now. And I mean, if you got nothing but time and really are committed to it, sure, it'd be rough, but
Yeah, but it's so easy for YouTube to just snatch your channel up for whatever reason, and then they're not very clear as to why that happens a lot,
Just cause.
Yeah, just cause. So I'm just saying, it's YouTube. What do you expect?
Yeah, our algorithm didn't change it, but we decided that our algorithm shouldn't promote your videos.
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck him.
Is that what Ian says?
Got to post up here on some power.
Does Ian say fuck this guy too?
No. I'm all for whatever's legal to be on the platform. I want platforms that are public forums. But unfortunately, all these are controlled by private companies, so they do whatever they want. I mean, as long as you're not inciting any kind of violence or breaking the law specifically.
Is this a totally separate article, or is this just related to the last one you had? That's all they're kind of.
Yeah, it was related. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The other one was the third one on there was about the YouTube going after people for reusing content, because I've noticed a couple of people that I've subscribed to, they were demonetized because they used content that was reused from like other channels, and in their policy it does, to be able to make money, it doesn't matter if you've got permission or you paid for that shit. They're trying to strip away like repetitive shit, like even if you use shit to auto generate a lot of video or audio or whatever, they're trying to make it where like each video is like new and original and shit, and they're trying to get rid of duplicated shit now, you know. So it doesn't matter if you had the rights or if you're not gonna. It's totally different from copyright strikes that
Oh, so Linus's vault of his old content is going to be a waste of time.
Well, if he already used it, I guess.
No, he takes old videos that he had, and when he has to reference it's just like this device they came out with last year, and he shows a video that he released the last year when they reviewed it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
they're trying to make it everything that they're paying you for like a individual special gem, basically. So there's just more shit you got to get through if you want to get their money.
CES 2019: smart toilets, treadmills, fitness trackers, and DNA tests for your pet.
Yeah, if you click the other video, you'll see where I got that from. That was a related article there. You can see more if you scrub through the video timeline.
See more buns?
Yeah. This is text syndicate, by the way. Thought you would find this interesting because I was thinking about getting it for myself eventually in the future if I want to get a dog since I have an apartment. It's basically a thing that you could train your dog to go on, and it'll dispose of like the dog and urine and stuff inside this vacuum thing that you clean out. Like they're saying it deodorizes shit and everything, and like you could change the thing like every week.
So you're basically going to train your animal to go to the bathroom inside the house.
I mean,
basically, it's like a litter box, but for a dog, you know.
No, that's stupid. What if it breaks?
Well,
all of a sudden your animal
you gotta get another one. This is like a high tech version.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, if you trained your dog to let you know they got to poop, and then you take them to where they poop, I mean, it's the same concept.
Yeah, but there's a different concept between going outside and the animal knowing that they have to go outside and a small cage inside the house. But there's no secondary. You see what I mean?
Well, this is Computex isn't in the States, and I'm assuming that population is quite high where this is at. So small apartment is probably where this would be made for versus,
Yeah, like if you're in a high rise or whatever, you don't have to take like 5 minutes just to be able to get down to the park, you know?
Yeah, until that thing breaks, and then you're stuck with an animal who pisses and shits inside the house.
Well, okay, but Doug, if you've got a dog and you're on the 37th floor,
it's your own stupid ass fault. If you're on the 32nd floor and you get a dog, you're a fucking moron.
The world according to Doug. Plus,
I don't want to take my animal out because I have to wait 5 minutes to get down using the elevator. Man,
plus in these instances here, you have a crate. My wife and I commute, so our animals are in a crate the entire time we're gone during the day. And granted, they don't go in their crate, but every time you think about it, accidents could happen. Have you ever cleaned up a crate full of shit?
Yes.
It sucks, doesn't it?
Imagine having to clean a crate full of shit every single time something like that breaks.
You don't.
Every time.
Well,
be a lot less often
that
than just the dog shitting it.
Yeah. And I mean, the disposal is really neat since it's all vacuum sealed and stuff, you know? I mean, I sort of got this for Frank.
More
so like,
dumb shit to make sure people don't have to actually get off their ass.
Well, I mean, no, it's stuff to simplify your life.
2019.
Okay, you crate train your dog. You're away from home. The dog shits its crate. This just keeps you from having to.
If you are away from home, you leave it with a trainer.
No.
You kennel it, or you leave it with a friend or family member who can take it out.
Doug. So I'm gonna kennel my dog. I'm gonna take my dog to somebody every fucking day.
If you have your animal,
Dude, Frank's
trained to
worried
wait
about
until you get home.
them crapping
you're
while we're on
fine.
the show, right?
I mean, I'm not worried about it. I know they're going to do it.
I mean, this was for you, Frank. What do you think about this?
Okay, as a person who has owned multiple dogs at the same time that had been in a crate for extended hours during the day, if you've got the money to pay for a higher end device, I mean, I've had a cat and I've paid for, I had the electric litter box. I've had a water fountain for my cat. Would I do this for my dogs? If I felt like it would be cost effective and benefit me, yeah, because the time from your day, from coming home late at night and from a long day at work and then having to clean shit out of not only the crate but your dog is just time wasted I'd rather not spend. So it's not like your dog.
What you're saying is you don't have your animal trained for long hours.
Okay, but I do. But dogs eat things because they're fucking dogs that make their stomach upset, right?
Doug's saying you're a bad owner, Frank.
Oh.
Train your animals better.
Mind your business. They are trained. Accents have it. They have stomachs. They're animals. They're live animals.
But teaching an animal that
a dog sitting
in a crate is a good thing.
They don't Doug. They don't shit in the crate because they want to. Okay, same reason a person doesn't shit their pants.
You're missing.
And keep in mind, he's got these dogs that he has are new. They're like
no. They understand. They don't shit in the crate now unless the one had a stomach bug. She's the puppy. She's teething. That was when she shit in the crate.
Plus, you had dogs and stuff that were sick and stuff a lot of times.
So paying basically the price of a phone for a use case scenario that would happen maybe once a year is cost effective.
I said if it's cost effective. How do you know how much this thing costs?
Yeah, we're not sure. I mean, we have to wait to see how good this thing.
Shit that doesn't matter. It's going to be expensive.
And your company made a $1,000 monitor stand. Got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Not cost effective, which is why I think that's stupid too. And most people think it's stupid. Why? Because it's fucking stupid.
All right, Doug.
Doug, would you oppose to a robot taking the dog out?
Really?
I mean, it sounds like you're opposed to it because it's just another excuse for people to be lazy.
It is an excuse for people to be lazy.
Yeah, but if we can do that,
if you're going to own an animal, you assume all rights and responsibilities attached to that animal, up to and including making sure that the animal has a proper place to do its business. Inside the house, inside of a crate, is not the proper place.
We understand that, Doug.
And purchasing this for a use case scenario that is not cost effective long term, no matter what anybody says.
If you have puppies that aren't trained, though, like, okay, say for instance, not an average person, say you're a breeder and you've got puppies rotating in and out.
Congratulations.
Yeah, this isn't for everybody.
That's part of the maybe 2% of the population that actually.
That's probably the people that could justify affording this. So you were asking.
I mean, just
for a
because
use case.
it's only a small part of the population doesn't mean it shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
I mean, people are gonna find a use for it. I mean, what? No, don't you envision us going?
People are gonna find reasons to spend money when it really doesn't matter to spend money.
I mean, like, what do you picture for the future, though, Doug? I mean, wouldn't it be nice if we had a future where we didn't have to do that type of meaningless shit? Literally.
You mean
speaking of shit?
Bitch?
There he goes with this. Speaking of shit.
Well, that's what a lot of this technology is doing for us. I mean, shit. I mean, just driving to places is like, what was that quote from Back to the Future? They were like, "Oh, do you just not even move around anymore?" You know. When he was trying to explain cars in the future, I mean,
bitch shit. That's why this whole idea of self-driving cars is 99% stupid.
So, are you like going anti-technology on us now?
No, I'm not going anti-technology. I'm about technology when it serves a standard purpose. When it
What
actually
about
helps
technology
your
that
life
makes
in
your
a
life easier?
in a meaningful way and doesn't detract from your ability to live.
How does this take away from your ability to live, though?
What I'm saying is your ability to, if we're talking about your ability to live, your ability to correctly and intelligently own an animal. You're going to have something like this that takes away part of your responsibility, that teaches you to own an animal in the correct way.
Okay, but what about the cat crates, like the litter boxes?
Most cats are generally trained to stay inside and need a litter box.
And you're saying you can't do that with the dog?
Well, number one, a dog is generally larger than a cat to start off with.
Chihuahua.
Yeah, I mean, I picture this more for like
Papillon.
smaller type of dogs, you know?
I have a Mountain Fixed Terrier. It's still larger than most cats. And that's about the size of a Chihuahua.
Weenie dog.
You're also talking to a guy who, in some way, form, or fashion, whether it be via wife or parents, have owned animals about 90% of my life. And my dad used to breed Rottweilers.
Right. I mean,
My
you
dad
should be
would look at that
focusing
and
more on
go,
your
"That's a lazy
relationship with the
bitch
dog,
shit."
not the responsibilities.
No, that's something for someone to shirk their responsibilities and not learn how to correctly own an animal.
Dude, if we could do away with responsibilities in your life, what the fuck is wrong with that? I mean, nobody wants to have responsibilities. It's something that we have to do.
Nobody wants to learn and actually grow into being a person. Let's have the robot take care of that. That way it can go sit in front of the fucking TV and watch somebody play Minecraft
All right,
for 6
Doug.
hours.
What's the last phone number you memorized?
Yeah, people do that shit just because they have to, not that because they like to.
I don't think I've known very many people to actually memorize more phone numbers than their general family if they do that. If
Remember
you know
what?
Who's a fucking Rolodex, that's a very rare case.
Remember?
Even
No.
back
You remember back in the 90s, you had to know your buddy's phone number. You had to know your mom, dad's phone number.
Dude, if I could, I would have Jarvis, man, from Iron Man doing all the shit for me. I mean, so I could focus on other shit that's more important.
Here you go. Focus on shit that's more important. Owning an animal is important in its own right. And you should not have to, or should not want to be able to be like, you know what? I just don't feel like taking the animal out. Just go and let them stay in a cage. Well, we'll pull
You
out
say
the
anything
dog
about them
park, wanna play
staying
with
in
it,
a
we'll put it
cage?
back in the fucking crate for 6 hours. It's the entire shit of, I want to have the animal for fun stuff, but when it comes to actually personal care of the animal, fuck that.
A pet is supposed to be like a member of the family. They're not supposed to be like a baby.
If it's going to be a member of the family, then why are you keeping it in a cage to do its business?
Who said anybody? But well, I don't know about Frank, but I mean, this is just
Most
one way
people,
that you
when
can
they
use
see
it.
something like that, they see an excuse to keep it in a cage.
I think Frank, you want to keep your dogs in a cage when you're gone, right?
Okay, so Intel.
Yeah, I've sort of figured that the big argument was going to be the Apple shit. I didn't think it was going to be a stupid dog article.
That's me lamenting the existence of certain sectors of technology.
Got it. So Intel shows conceptual 2035 XE graphics cards.
So basically, their graphics card concept isn't going to be coming out to 2035.
Really?
That's what the article says.
Huh. The way they're dragging their ass, it might not.
And it'll only be 12 nanometer.
Oh, wait a minute. Why are you saying dragging their ass? You're pro Intel, Doug. Right?
Just because I'm pro Intel doesn't mean I can't say when they're dragging ass.
What do you mean by they're dragging ass? Like, just like competing and shit?
You know, when it comes to Intel and the way that they do business, they do things on their time, which sometimes is a really good thing. But sometimes you're like, okay, you want to bring out your shit now? Hello? You know, and get up off your fucking ass.
Well, I mean, if they want to compete, they better get off their asses. Shit or get out the pot, Rockstar. Russia to start blocking major VPNs after censorship refusal.
File that under duh.
So basically, they're gonna start, like blacklisting or whatever these VPNs, so that they can't get around censorships that are current in the Russia, just like with China. There's a lot of censorship.
I mean, China. Yeah, China, you got to have a VPN, and even then it like works. And I actually heard an interesting article on NPR about the Duke University that's in China, and they have internet and they use VPNs for research and everything, and it'll work, then not, and then work, and they're like, yeah, you gotta deal with it.
I know Floyd has that NordVPN or whatever. I guess he's liking it.
I've never tinkered with the shit.
So basically, they're going to be trying to get all these VPN companies to comply with them.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
And that correctly leads into our sponsor, Dirt VPN.
With Glasswire, you can monitor your...
Yeah. Tunnel Bear.
Go to www.limewire.com.
So Comcast broke law 445,000 times and schemed to inflate bills, judge finds. Excellent. Comcast deception leads to refunds and $9 million fine, a fraction of the amount sought.
So did you have this specific article or anything related to it, Frank?
I don't think I even had any internet stories this week.
Damn. I didn't really read this one, so I figured you'd have something similar.
Oh. Kids, read stories on the internet so you know what you're actually paying for and what you shouldn't be paying for.
Right.
The end. On to the next article.
The end.
Happy? Millions of machines affected by command execution flaw in XML server.
In some cases, it's trivial for remote attackers to execute commands with root privileges.
Oh boy. The flaw, which dates back to version 4.87 released in April of 2016, is trivially exploitable by local users with a low-privileged account on a vulnerable system running with default settings. All that's required for the person to send an email to run under localhost an existing local domain on a vulnerable XM installation. With that, attackers can execute commands of their choice that run with root privileges. And that's how they get all the PlayStation passwords.
Yep.
And all the Hillary emails. Wow. I mean, if they knew it was a problem in 2016 and it's still a problem now, is it a paid software?
I don't know. Maybe.
You're
Never
paying
heard of it
for,
before.
You're paying for it, all right.
Yeah.
Doug, you got any thoughts on this one?
Now to Ollie for the wrap up. They got hacked.
Right. Who gives a shit, right? Next.
FedEx drops Amazon, at least for express shipments in the U.S. Really? FedEx announced today that it won't renew
All
its.
right, that's all the time we got. I'd like to thank our sponsor, the U.S. Postal Service. When you want something expensive thrown on your porch and stolen, you want the U.S. Postal Service.
I love that drop.
Yeah.
FedEx announced today that it won't renew its FedEx Express U.S. contract with Amazon. Instead, it will focus on serving the broader e-commerce market. Yeah. So, as a guy who works in shipping and receiving, I've actually had Amazon drivers deliver shit. Let me say this: I have more confidence in jumping in the back of a confused Uber driver's car than getting a package from an Amazon driver. This is the look they have every time. Huh? What? Huh? Package, and they do no signature, nothing. Just here you go, and they boogie. Like,
I like that scene where he's. You remember that scene from Ace Ventura where he's kicking the package down the hallway?
stand there at the door.
Yeah.
HDS coming through. Got a package, people.
Yeah.
I see that one of those a drop from that scene too.
Yeah, as a shipping and receiving guy, it's amazing. And the thing is, Amazon's picking up to where they give us like, I'll get 15 packages from Amazon in a day. But they never all come at once. It's like one guy brings one, then the mail brings two, and then FedEx will have another one, and then another guy will bring in 4. And it's like, dude, consolidate.
Now you see what you've done?
And there's a warehouse close by. I don't know why they don't just all pull from there. I understand not everything's at the warehouse, but every other package. But is that your last story, Ian?
Yep. I had all tech. I didn't have any gaming articles.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that there's not more Amazon like pickup centers. Like, the one I saw in Columbus on High Street, I thought it was gonna be big. It's fucking small.
Fucking small, bro.
No, seriously. Like, I was driving on High Street, just maybe like a month or two ago, and driving down, I'm like, well, okay, look, hey, that's an Amazon location. Is that like the side door or something? No, like it is like ridiculously tiny. Like maybe like the back room or whatever is larger or something. But I was like, no, man, it's literally maybe 10 feet. Like,
that's funny.
Amazon, boom, right there. It's a pickup center. Like maybe there's more than one in Columbus or something like that, because it's literally like right across the street from the student union for OSU. But yeah, I was like, damn, dude.
You know what's a really big building? On my way to work, they built a Dollar Tree warehouse recently, and oh my god, it's the biggest fucking building I've ever seen, like lengthwise, in my life. I've seen really tall buildings, but I drove past it with my father. I said, "Hey, Dad, look at that warehouse they just built." He says, "God damn!" I go, "Yeah, that's Dollar Tree apparently." I looked it up. Apparently, it's
Jesus Christ.
Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and some other fucking stores. It would make sense because, like, it's bigger than multiple Dollar Tree locations, like stacked together side by side by side by side. It's huge. Like the little, like they have an extra building off to the side. I'm guessing for, I don't know what, just a little, not a shed, but a building off to the side. It's the size of a Dollar Tree. And it's just a little half-finished building without even glass in the windows yet. I'll have to take a picture of it. It's gigantic.
Maybe that's going to be the Dollar Tree sub office.
I'm assuming it's like probably
Dollar
for
Tree
like
clearance center.
Probably like for electrical or like, you know, like their powerhouse or something. I don't know, but but anyway.
Is it as long as the OSU union?
I'm sorry.
Is it as long as the OSU union?
I have no idea.
That fucker's big.
It takes like.
That's what she said.
there's like I think there's probably like 2 or 3 traffic lights just going past the goddamn thing. It's giant. You gotta drive past it to be able to see it all. You can't just look at it and say, "There's the whole front of the building." You gotta drive past it. But anyway, well, am I gonna get a theme song, Ian?
No, you just get the typewriter.
This just in, it's the man on the street, Franklin here. Okay.
All right, Frank.
Come on, baby.
Well, so Seagate is the first with 16 terabyte hard drives now available for purchase, and they're under
Great.
$600.
Under $600.
16 terabyte storage for under $600.
$599.
That's still.
But you could get a 10 terabyte for under 200.
You can send a connection $590.
Shit, you really pay for that all in one space. A lot of space in one hard drive tax, huh?
The Iron Wolf and Iron Wolf Pro drives. I mean, if you think about it, though, you get 4 of these times, let's see, 16 sets plus, damn, that's 32. Wow. For 4 fucking hard
Math.
drives. I can't math.
I'd use that for my PlayStation storage.
I can't math.
By the way, we did have a lot of Doug articles in the past weeks, but
That's old news.
Doug, I was gonna ask Doug, like, what do you think about that? The PS5 shit and like Sony and Microsoft pairing up to do like cloud gaming on the Azure or whatever.
Well, I think, like, number one, it's a good thing that they're kind of teaming up somewhat. They're not going to go team up for gaming, I don't think, at any point in the future. But the fact that they're actually coming together for cloud gaming is cool. You know, you never know. You might be able to see cloud play for like Xbox games on the PS4 or the PS5, and you know your PlayStation is it PlayStation PS Now on your X2 or whatever it is. So that could be interesting, and that could open up more revenue streams because you're going to have people who are going to buy console 1 or 2 anyway. But imagine almost being able to double dip that way. That's something I didn't even think of until that was announced, and it kind of hit me. I'm like, it's perfect for both companies when you really stop and think about it.
Yeah, but I mean, of all people, I figured, you know, like with that whole Stadia thing with the cloud gaming and like you're all about physical media and shit, like, because a lot of people are skeptical on the shit because of latency and you have to have like really good internet.
Well, that's the thing about the Stadia that I think is going to go down in flames. Is that number one? You still have, I think it's still at least 50% of all United States customers don't have a decent high-speed internet. Number one. Number two, at least half of the people who have decent high-speed internet now have data caps and will have to pay data overages because of that. Fuck you, Comcast. So, I mean, people are like, Google Stadia. It's the next generation. Like, listen, you can tout that shit all you want, but until we have standardized high-speed internet with no data caps, it's going to stay a niche market. It's just not going to take off until we build up the base and cut down the price. It's just, it's not economically feasible.
Well, for those that don't really know, basically cloud gaming is akin to just like a really long HDMI cable over your internet, you know, and they're using their own servers and stuff to play it on. So, I don't know. A lot of people don't like the direction everything's going in, where you're not owning your shit anymore. You know, like with subscription based and
and
software,
the thing is too,
Photoshop.
and the thing is too, when you're going non-physical, you're going to see problems. Like my brother, he went all digital. He doesn't buy physical media anymore, and he's constantly having to delete fucking games off of his Xbox. Reason being, he only has so much storage.
Yeah.
You know, no one ever thinks about stuff like that. No one ever thinks about the long term having to pay for local storage if you want to go diskless, and you know the cost that goes along with that as a long term. That's why a lot of companies like Seagate are now like, oh shit, we got to invest in higher terabyte amounts, otherwise people are going to start freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, and that's why I said that 16 terabyte would be nice with that, you know.
Yeah. And the cloud gaming, like I said, you know, that's just that's maybe, and this is just a rough estimate. That's maybe a 5 to 10% of all gamers, if you're lucky and it all goes smooth, type of situation.
And they were smart. I guess they, unlike the Xbox, where they were gonna be. Did you hear about that shit where they had an updated version on the Xbox One X or whatever, or S, I forget, where they're like, we're gonna go diskless in it, but so you're gonna be losing the disc option and you're gonna be paying more for this. That was basically the main thing with it. You're paying more for less, technically. Just like an updated model.
Yeah.
But
it's just
the PlayStation or Sony was smart because they decided to give you could either do disc gaming, you could do the digital, and then you could do the cloud, you know. And then yeah, and I think they were even doing like Game Pass type of shit now, aren't they even?
that I don't know.
Where you're renting it, you can. It's like a Netflix. I have that. It's basically like a Netflix for video games.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just. I mean, GameFly's still around, you know. I mean.
Yeah.
What really kind of sucks around here now is our buybacks just went out of business, and our family video just went out of business. Apparently, our location was the only family video that they decided to close because they didn't like the rent, and something happened with buybacks. So now my options are literally GameStop,
right,
and GameFly or Redbox. So,
anyways, tell us about Epic, Frank.
So the spot of this Computex is an AMD EPYC-based system with 108 Intel Ruler SSDs. That's those sticks, like a yardstick SSD. 108 of them suckers.
Oh shit! Is that like is that kind of like the M.2s or whatever?
Yeah,
it's when you need them.
Yeah, it's
NVMe.
flash storage. It's a 2U machine. 32 cores, 16 DDR4 memory slots, up to 2 terabyte of RAM, several M.2 and PCIe slots for caching SSDs or accelerators, 6 micro semi PCIe switches, and so on. Key feature: this number of supported hot swappable SSDs from Intel, as well as storage capacities featured by 108 drives. So,
45 drive.
Yeah.
So what was this? This was something you were just drawing over?
Yeah, this just popped up in my feed, and I go, "Whoa, that's epic."
Hold on. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, Frank.
Now, now on to gaming news.
Wait, do you think that Epic system?
Speaking of gaming,
What now?
Do you think that Epic system will run the Epic Store?
No.
I'll give it to him.
No, crickets. Give him crickets. That's what he deserves.
256 gaming bytes.
So here you go, Doug. Thanks to Skyrim, you'll be playing the Elder Scrolls 6 for a decade at least.
Which means you'll be lucky if you get a year.
Bethesda wants the Elder Scrolls 6 to be playable for at least 10 years. In a recent interview with IGN, veteran director Todd Howard said that the longevity of Skyrim meant that its successor would have to last just as long.
You're gonna have to do better than that, Steven!
So, yeah. I mean, it'll be on the same engine, so... But, and also, too...
You know what that means, right?
What's that mean, Doug?
That means they're going to port Elder Scrolls 6 to 75 different systems, including the new Google Glass eyewear. And they'll still be trash.
Right. Anyway.
Good.
Microsoft support for Steam is exactly what Valve needs right now. Which is, yes, not just Valve. We all need it.
Something has to flush out the shit.
A bunch of blockbusters are going to drop on Steam during a very competitive time.
Well,
there he goes with that. Well, remember, Epic's trying to be, exclusive, and they got to be competitive to stay relevant.
well,
And
they'd
also,
stay a little bit more relevant if they'd stop allowing so much garbage on their store.
well, they can't keep policing everything. They figured it. If we're going to police everything, we might as well police nothing.
Anything worth doing is worth doing, not just worth not doing.
So,
Two words: digital homicide.
They figured people could weed it out themselves. So, anyway, there's a point that Floyd always kept bringing up. Oh, the people who always say PC Master Race, the Steam hardware survey came out and they're not even running high-end systems. Well, actually, survey shows that the RTX cards are growing in number. So, people are getting... Yeah, so, they thought no one would buy them because they're expensive, blah, blah, blah. But, if you want higher, I mean, maybe Switch.
Subtitle: slowly but surely, the adoption of RTX hardware is on the rise.
Anyway.
Games.
That's right. Speaking of games.
Speaking of gaming.
Here's what you'll need to play Google Stadia at launch. Let me scroll. Those looking to play Stadia at launch this November, Google has announced the Founders Edition for $129.99 with pre-order starting today. That said, it includes a limited edition Night Blue controller, a Chromecast Ultra for 4K HDR streaming, 3 months of Stadia Pro, and a 3-month Buddy Pass, which allows you to give a Stadia Pro to a friend. Additional controls will be available at launch.
256 gaming bytes.
I watched the TechLink guys actually did a discussion video about this because it's not... You'd think it would be like Netflix where you could just find a game and play it. No, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be kind of like Steam where you've got to buy a fucking game. They're free games, but not everything's going to be free. So it's...
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Yeah, pretty much. It's I mean, I got another article on it if you guys want to
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! And thing sucks!
Yeah. But yeah, there's...
So basically they just ripped off the Shield.
No.
No, they ripped off the Shield.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. By the way, they were saying the speed that you're actually going to have to be able to play. And 25 megabits a second is actually considered a broadband if you go by FCC standards.
By the way, how do you know about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Do you watch that show, Frank?
No, but I have ears, Ian. This time on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's a commercial that you can't skip.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that commercial on YouTube. Huh.
I hear that every channel, Hulu, YouTube, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Hulu
watch it. Yeah. Anyway, so but yeah, with 25 megabits a second, you can get 1080p HDR 60 frames a second with 5.1 surround.
4K, man. 4K all day, every day, except for still probably not at high detail.
Yeah, so you need 35 megabits a second for that. But the argument about, not everyone has, I've seen discussions where people are like, not everyone in the U.S. has the best internet speeds to handle that, especially with caps. I'm just hoping for Elon Musk to save us with his SpaceX.
Dude, that right there, 4K at 35 megabits per second, is the biggest load of bullshit since fucking Microsoft.
Bunkers don't work on water unless you've got power.
That is fucking bullshit.
Why is that,
I
Doug?
have got 100 megabits per second
Bullshit!
download, and half the time I can barely do fucking 1080p sometimes during peak hours. That's fucking ridiculous. Maybe if you're in Los Angeles at fucking 10:30 p.m. while your neighbor's fucking his mother, but this shit right here is fucking insane.
I don't know. When they did the test, they said it. Everyone said it ran pretty well. So
when we did the test, controlled fucking settings, dude. That's what Google likes.
Fuck you!
We'll see when the shit actually launches. I'm not going to pre-order and pay all that extra money. You can get it for free for the 1080, 30 or whatever. Which okay, I'll do the free plan.
Oh yeah, tell them about your news, Frank.
Oh, what? That I ordered a new phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he got a new phone.
Oh, I haven't got it yet.
Go.
I ordered it.
Oh yeah, you ordered it. When's it supposed to come again?
It ships on Tuesdays. I should get it maybe Friday. Getting a OnePlus 7 Pro.
I got the actual king of phones now, which is a iPhone XS Max.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
By the way, Destiny 2 possibly coming to Google Stadia. This is out before they announced everything. Yeah, Destiny 2 will definitely be on there, but only with the Pro plan or whatever, apparently. By the way, guys, since you talk about
Speaking of gaming,
physical media and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone caught this. I heard this today that Elliott Management acquired Barnes and Noble for $683 million, including their debt.
Yeah, they're probably going to downsize a little bit.
Thanks for using our site.
Yeah. We noticed you have ad blocker. Please take that shit off. Nah.
And they really must negotiate that shit down to the dollar, because you always see these deals where it's like a specific number like that,
Oh yeah. You have debt and risk versus profitability, and you could probably expect to see some store closings. They might end up either cutting down the Nook lineup.
Nook was really compared to Kindle, it was just. As a Kindle, you can buy a Kindle Fire now for $50.
Yeah.
I mean, for that price, why the hell not?
New. The full color screens.
That's what that's what I have. I have one, and I'm like, I had the first gen Fire, and it was okay. Then I bought a Samsung tablet thinking it'd be better, and they stopped updating it right after I bought it. And then I bought another Fire because I figured is $50, and it turned out to be one of the best tablets I've ever had. But I gave my old Fire to a coworker that had a Nook that was older, and he had apparently somehow his password had changed, and he didn't have the password, and his niece that had done all of his technical work for him on the thing couldn't get it, and I think he even took it into Barnes & Noble, and they couldn't adjust it. So all of his books that he had paid physical money for, he could not read. So I just gave him my Kindle with my books on it and said, "Here, read these." But anyway, I'm getting into the what the fuck stores, which means I need to get a drop for it. So hold on.
I had a Nook for a hot minute. Would you like to know the story of the Nook that I had?
Sure, go ahead.
Say it!
All right, I'll say it.
It's I bought it from our local Volunteers of America for $35. I'm like, a Nook for $35, and it's a touchscreen and it's a full color. Why not? Well, the reason why is because it was hacked. Because the Nook ones are basically just Android overlays, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kicked it back to factory settings in about one night, and let me tell you, that was a pain in the ass. And then I actually went through, was kind of messing around with software. Now, software is old, like fucking old. For a full color thing that ran Android, it actually, like, the Android skin overlay was buggy as fuck, but it worked for basic use.
Mm-hmm.
I actually ended up giving it to my mom because my wife was like, "I'd rather read the iPad," because she has an iPad Mini. And I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to use it because I'm getting an iPad." So I actually gave it to my mom, and my mom reads it now. But just in case you people are a little sketchy out there, you can hack the Nook touchscreens because all. And it's not horrible. Coming from a guy who dislikes Android.
Speaking of horrible, Twitch streamer reveals he hasn't cleaned his room since 2005. Twitch streamer Jägermeister completely shocked viewers during his June 3rd broadcast when he revealed that he hadn't cleaned his bedroom since moving into his house 14 years ago. Video game players having a dirty bedroom is a common stereotype, but Jägermeister beat the absolute living daylights out of that trope after he revealed just how messy his room really is. Among piles of exploding trash bags, Amazon boxes, and food wrappers could be seen behind him as he began cleaning his cleaning mission on stream.
So does he like win the Neckbeard Nest Award?
I doubt he wins it, but it's pretty gross.
That is it's pretty fucked up.
Let's see, there was an update. I wanted to see what update.
I wonder if that guy could use that dog thing, because a dog sitting in the house would be like probably the more cleaner of things.
Jägermeister has actually followed through with his promise to clean up his room, and it looks absolutely incredible. He showed off his newly clean bedroom during his June 5th stream, his wooden floor breathing fresh air for the first time in 14 long years. Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ew. Just fucking ew.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Hold on, wait a second. Now entering his bedroom.
I think.
Are you getting any signs of life?
No intelligent life, no. I got a good Doug story, though.
Sweet. Is this going to piss him off, too?
Smash Ultimate in VR was a mistake.
Two things that are mistakes in their own right, yeah.
In the Thinks I Hate It category, Nintendo gave us Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in virtual reality last night. Nobody asked for this, and yet here we are.
Games.
Earlier this year, Nintendo introduced a VR kit for the Switch as a cardboard headset with 2 lenses, and in lieu of a head strap, players must hold the thing up to their face with their hands. So, yeah, there's should look like playing this thing. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can. And so I ask, why did Nintendo make this? Why would we want to hold a cardboard school mask up to our faces to fight bots or watch bots fight in 1999 Nintendo graphics?
Because people are fucking stupid.
No, speaking of stupid, I got a cool article right here. Microsoft is making Xbox
Pathetic.
body wash.
All of you, completely pathetic.
Produced in partnership with the makers of Axe Body Spray. Xbox body wash.
Don't you just hate like those guys that walk past you and they're just like dumped the cologne on their head, you know?
It smells like a fucking pine tree walking past you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than smelling like a guy who smells like dog shit. I'm trapped in an elevator with that guy.
What do you like? Do you use the Axe shit, or are you just?
I'm an Old Spice
you
man.
Some basic bitch. Oh, Old Spice man.
Hit me with it. Come on.
Power!
That's right. I used it before I got into Terry Crews. Now here's my last what the fuck story. Cuphead will be playable in Tesla Model 3, Model S, and Model X cars.
Oh, finally you're talking about Cuphead. What was the other guy?
I don't even know. Elon Musk is.
I was like, it was something head was the name of the.
Yeah, I don't know.
The gamer or whatever.
I already forgot. Elon Musk is a fan of the devilishly difficult bullet hell shooter. Cuphead.
We have such sights to show you.
Cuphead we've got working, Musk said. The developers have been helping us make it work. What is it?
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
I mean, they say don't, pay attention while the car is going and don't watch videos and stuff, but then they're going to put a game in it? I'm confused. I mean, it can already play classic Atari games.
Steven's just going to have to do better than that,
huh? So, that's my stories for the night.
Bogus.
Wait. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised you didn't bring us any internet stories, Frank.
Didn't come up on any during the week. Usually I have a bunch.
Yeah, usually. I mean, there really wasn't a whole lot to begin with, so I was lucky I found that one. Anyways, you got anything to say or rant about, Doug? You doing any new books or anything?
Not really,
making any video games
books per se. I've been working on the book a little bit recently. I actually got past a really fucking heavy speed bump on some of my plot details, which is nice. Something I've been just fucking sitting on for months and couldn't get. Been doing a little bit more music stuff. Put up a song on my Reverb Nation this week. Hopefully going to get 2 more up next week at least. I have a couple videos shot. And I actually just downloaded a new app. That way I could do reaction videos off my phone. So I'm going to do like maybe 1 or 2 tests of that to see how it goes. Who knows?
Are you still trying to get back into that cardio confessions? You still doing that?
Well, I'm actually going to be switching gyms here in a couple weeks, so the cardio confessions might actually have to go away.
Yeah, Why are you switching this time? You're always. It seems like you're always switching gyms, man.
No, I've actually been with my current gym almost 2 years, and it's really just monetary. I mean, but it's just it's just monetary, man. I love my old gym. For those of you out there who are in the Mansfield, Ohio area who need a fucking gym to go to, that's badass. Fleets Fitness in Ontario, bad fucking ass. The guy who owns the place, his name is Harry, and he is a fucking badass. So.
Well, what was the reason you left it? I mean, like, why are you at the gym now?
Well, I was at Fleets because I had enough money to take them every month, but now I got to cut back a little bit, and unfortunately. But now I'm gonna go back to Planet Fitness for at least a little while. It's what it is.
All right.
But the bodybuilding videos aren't going to stop. I'm in the middle of doing a summer program right now, so I have yet to do a new progress video, which that's going to be upcoming pretty soon as well. What else? I'll probably start doing the reaction videos hopefully next week. I'm actually on vacation, so I'm going to be doing a couple different videos hopefully.
Well, that's cool. That's good. You're still staying active on YouTube despite everything.
I'm trying to. I mean, at this point, partner status is all fucked unless because I'm going to be filming my my first skateboarding attempt.
Is it going to be like your chair?
Dude, one can only hope that I end up bailing enough times for it to actually be awesome. Imagine the thumbnail on that video. You actually you catch me in mid-air, like in mid-bail. Imagine how badass of a thumbnail that would be.
Yeah. Man, I used to like
that would be awesome.
Skateboard up in the air, shoes pointing straight at the sky.
That would be great. That would be fucking awesome.
And a hand reaching out to try to help.
Did you do like a Tony Hawk mod with your skin?
Well, anyway, guys, I gotta get going to take the dogs out.
I was gonna ask Doug, like, why do you think like rollerblading stopped becoming like popular? Because I used to have a pair. I used to enjoy it.
Rollerblades?
Yeah.
Dude, rollerblading is fucking in right now, man.
Oh, it is? I thought like skaters are like that shit sucked.
Dude.
They make fun of that shit, man.
Dude, right now, rollerblading is fucking in.
It's making a comeback, huh?
Down. Yeah, roller skating is actually down. Rollerblading is fucking in. That's all I get into my fucking store is rollerblades.
Really? Huh.
Oh,
because for a long time, a lot of the skateboarders and stuff, they would make fun of that shit, and like in the 2000s, it just faded out, I guess.
Well, it's 2019. Welcome to the 80s.
Yeah.
Look around you, man. Look around you.
Anyways, thanks for coming on, Frank and Doug.
Whoop, whoop.
Look forward to you coming back on again sometime soon, Doug.
I'm on vacation next week, so I got a couple days off. So, and I do have Saturday off next week, so I can probably jump on next Friday night, hopefully. So
next Friday night.
I'm going to a party tomorrow night.
Right.
Listen to Steel Panther.
Huh.
Only if you're at least 18.
Right. Good. That's good that you added that. But anyways,
Have
goodbye,
you
everybody.
Steel Panther?
Oh, I have not. No.
Oh, Franklin. He's going to be so surprised when he listens to them for the first time.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
Have a wonderful day.
Well, goodbye.
TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Yeah, that was fun.
And sorry, we're out of time. Bye. Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dong day.
Have a good day.